Yes, welcome to today's session. Today we are gathered here as usual, being a Sunday. We are here to talk about matters health. And today we are talking about men. And this is a very, very exciting topic for us all, and especially for me, because I'm a man. And it's always good to talk to men and see how can we be able to be healthier. So welcome all. The topic is for men, but it's not exclusive for men. Our ladies are very much welcome because this information is universal. It's important to have this information. You can be able to assist a brother, a husband, a cousin, an uncle, and a neighbor who may not have this kind of knowledge. And sometimes we may take it for granted that everybody knows how to take care of their health, but the truth is that knowledge is not freely available, and that is why it is important to always share anything that you get that can be valuable to your neighbor. So my name is Fred Gichuki. Fred is an entrepreneur in the wellness space. I joined this industry more than 20 years back. By the time I was a young man, I was working, and I was on my third job, and I was broke. I came in because of money, but I found health instead. And let me tell you, this business has meant a lot for me, especially health-wise. Because when I came into this business, my parents were suffering. My mom had high blood pressure. My dad had ulcers. Later, my dad developed a swollen prostate. And all those issues were sorted out by the products that I'm going to talk about. And it is important for us to just pay attention, get to learn as much as possible from today's presentation so that we can all grow and move forward together. Now, the topic is men's health. And men's health is interesting because men are very unique in the way they handle their things, in the way they do their things. We are a unique species. And we are going to look at men's health in a couple of ways, just to see. Just hang on a minute. Let me see whether my slide is okay. Yes. So let's look at men. Research shows that men live an average of 7 years less than women. And why is this so? Because men don't really focus on preventative healthcare. Now, women do a lot of that. And I think also because of giving birth and going for clinic checkups and all that, ladies are more concerned with their health than men. Now, preventative care not only helps you avoid health problems, but it actually helps you to save money and create a strong, happy family. Reason being, you're able to detect things earlier before they become too serious. If it is cancer, you're able to get it during its early stages. But many a time, men don't do preventative care. They don't go in for checkups. And if you see a man in hospital, just know that the guy is critically ill by the time he gets to see a physician. And by then, it is too late for many guys. So that is why they say that men live an average of 7 years less than women. And these are some of the interesting statistics that you can be able to take a screenshot and just see for yourself. 1 in 2 men will develop cancer. That is scary. That out of 2 men, 1 will develop cancer. That is so, so scary for men. And it is worth looking into. And you're going to see, why do men develop cancer so frequently? Now, men have a higher death rate for most leading causes of death, including cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and suicide. Approximately 30,000 men in the US die each year because of prostate cancer. The US have a very advanced medical care system, and having 30,000 men dying every year, that is scary. And that tells you that in Kenya, the situation might be worse than that. Now, men make half as many physician visits for prevention as women. And most men are likely to be uninsured than women. So you see, men really, we tend to sort of assume that we are strong, our bodies are very strong, we cannot get sick just haphazardly. And we tend to have a carefree attitude towards our health. We don't really bother so much about physician visits. We wait until things become too thick, then we rush. So this is a phenomena that men go through. Now, when a man is not doing all this, when a man is not going for those checkups, and again, men tend to eat all the wrong foods, the nyama chomas, alcohol, and all these things, then what happens to this man? He starts getting some challenges health-wise, yeah? And also physical inactivity is a contributory factor. Men are also prone to smoking, and that brings in lung disease. And you find that as a man, you're either a primary smoker or a secondary smoker, because you might not be smoking, but your friends are smoking. And then men also frequent pubs and all these places where there's a lot of people who are smoking. So the message is, it's time to tune up for men. It's time to tune up. And that is what this talk is all about today. How can you tune up as a man so that you can be able to function the way God intended you to function? So what are some of the challenges that come because of this lifestyle, whereby you don't visit the health practitioner, your diet is not that good, and all these other issues that you've talked about? So some of the challenges that come in is, number one, low libido. Low libido will come in especially when your prostate starts swelling. Your prostate starts swelling because of hormonal imbalance. Hormonal imbalance is caused by pollutants in the environment, the car fumes, and all these things. Hormonal imbalance is also caused by the red meat, which is full of antibiotics that men like eating. Hormonal imbalance will also be caused by smoking, by eating nyama choma with all the soot that comes from the charcoal and eating it too frequently. So hormonal imbalance will also come from eating broiler chicken. That has hormones directly, which actually affect your hormones, and that causes your prostate to start swelling, and as a result, you start getting low libido. And another thing that can also happen as your prostate swells is that you find that you're not able to go for a short call comfortably. You feel like going for a short call, you rush to the urinal, you push, nothing happens, or just a few drops come out, and there's urine retention, and you find that now you start getting other problems, which are quite embarrassing. And I remember when my dad had this issue, he would actually go to the toilet, try to push, nothing comes out. He comes back, sits down, and urinates on himself. The urine that just comes out at its own time. Recently, we had a president who actually, I think it's Sudan, who actually peed on himself. It was on social media because of this challenge of having a swollen prostate. And I always tell men that if you go to the toilet and you find that you are pushing to go for a short cut, you are straining, then it tells you that your prostate is swelling and you need to take some corrective measures. Because when you're straining to go for a short call, low libido will be the resulting effect of that. Another issue is stress. Men are stressed, face a lot of stress. They are the providers in the family. They have to pay the rent, pay school fees, feed the family, do all these things, and still do their duties as a man. And that brings in a lot of stress. Men always want to become the best. There's always competition between men. You want to drive the biggest car, live in the best house, build a few houses, achieve so many goals and dreams. And that definitely brings stress your way. Fatigue definitely comes in when you're not exercising enough. You're a couch potato of sorts. You're not eating right. Then definitely fatigue will actually come in. Lifestyle conditions, other diseases that will affect a man, especially his health, the men's health part. Diabetes, high blood pressure, and the drugs you're given for these two diseases will actually make a man have low libido. You find that they affect a man negatively, and is not able to perform as a man. Then low sperm count. Many men nowadays, especially the younger generation, are not able to get children because they have a low sperm count. And this is directly related to the diet that you're eating. If you're not eating whole food, natural food, if you're not eating your fish, your omena, your bitter vegetables, your mrenda and your terere and all these bitter vegetables, and you're eating more of spaghetti and indomie and chips and these weak, quick foods and ugali, white ugali, then you'll find that you'll have a low sperm count. That's a given because you're not getting in enough zinc into your body, and the resulting effect is that you'll have a low sperm count. Weak sperms, that's also another problem. They're not able to fertilize the egg. And you find, I know several couples who have struggled for many years, and they go to the doctor, the lady is told you don't have a problem, but the man does not have sperms, or he has very weak sperms. He cannot fertilize the egg, and as a result, they don't have a kid. Erectile dysfunction, that's also another problem that comes in. Of course, due to poor diet, poor lifestyle, and that kind of thing. Premature ejaculation, that's also a big problem, especially when you have a deficiency in zinc. Then definitely you will have premature ejaculation. I had a friend who had a serious problem in this direction, and they could not get children because of this problem. He would finish before he starts, yeah? Then impotence, a man cannot be able to function as a man. Again, directly related to lifestyle, directly related to the diet. Infertility, also closely related to that. And last but not least, prostate cancer. Now, this is the big league. Prostate cancer, now that's serious. That is serious. And men, we need to do whatever it takes to protect ourselves from getting prostate cancer. As you have seen on the statistics I've just given you, 1 out of 2 men will develop cancer. And many a time, it is actually prostate cancer. So let's move on and see, what are some of the causes? What are some of the causes of what you're talking about here? What are some of the causes that will actually bring in these problems? Number 1, sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. Now, what happens many a times with men is that when we are growing up, we tend to experiment a little bit, and sometimes you might develop syphilis or gonorrhea. And because they're embarrassing conditions, they are conditions that you even feel like you don't want to go and talk to the doctor about. So you stick with it and you just buy things over the counter and you swallow them and the symptoms disappear and you assume that you have been healed. But the problem comes in with these STDs is that if they're not properly treated, they tend to climb up the system and get into your vitals in terms of the reproductive system. And they start eating away at your testes, and you no longer can produce sperms, and it brings so many other problems. So it is important, if you have an STD or you suspect you have one, go and get checked up, go and get treated. One thing that is for sure is that doctors have seen it all. Whether it's a lady who is a nurse or whoever, she has seen it all. She's in the medical profession and there's nothing they have not seen. So don't be embarrassed that you won't be the first one. And believe you me, even before you leave that room, he has already forgotten about you because he has seen so many others, and he's still going to see others who are going to come into that door. So don't get embarrassed. Go and get it checked up. Go and get it treated so that it doesn't become a problem later in life. Then progesterone and testosterone becomes imbalanced. Again, I talked about hormones being affected because of being exposed to synthetic things, chemicals. If you're in a farming area, inhaling the fertilizers and the pesticides that you're spraying, the chemicals, that will affect you. If you're working in an industrial area, definitely you're inhaling a lot of chemicals, and you are drinking water which has chlorine. So definitely, as you grow older, your hormones tend to become imbalanced. The good thing is we have a solution for that. Excess weight will also affect you. If you have too much weight, weight for men tends to lie on vital organs. And there's a rule. Any weight that is above the belt going up is not good weight. But any weight that is below the belt is good weight. So many a times we find for us men, we tend to increase, especially on the midsection in our belly area. And that becomes very tricky for a man because you get a lot of visceral fat, which lies on vital organs, and that brings in problems. And the bigger your belly, the closer you are to prostate problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, and many other lifestyle diseases. So it is important for a man to watch out on your belly region. Try to work on it and do the push-ups, do the exercise, bring it down, change your diet so that you can be able to manage this midsection so that it doesn't become problematic for you as you grow older. Now, autoimmune disorders cause the body's immune system to attack normal body tissues it would normally ignore. Autoimmune disorders such as lupus, Hashimoto, and other rheumatoid arthritis may also cause problems. Autoimmune disorders usually come because of various reasons. They can come because of genetic issues. They can come because of heavy metal poisoning in your bloodstream. If you have feelings, especially the old type, most feelings will either have lead or mercury. And as the feeling stays in your mouth for too long, it may start leaking into your bloodstream, and that can cause you to have an autoimmune disease. So that is something that is worth considering. Good thing is that we have a solution for that because you can be able to detoxify your body. We have a detox program which can sort you out. And we also have products that can help you in case you develop rheumatoid arthritis or any other autoimmune condition. Now, bad diet that has excess cholesterol and carcinogenic foods, that is true. Definitely, we men eat wrongly. The idea of a man's diet is to eat ugali and nyama choma, either boiled or barbecued or fry. And a lot of red meat is not good for you because red meat has a way of adding too much cholesterol in your system, a lot of uric acid in the joints, and that brings other problems to your body. So that's worth looking at. Now, chronic health problems. When you have chronic health problems, of course, you'll not be able to function as a man. Lifestyle choices, for example, smoking, drinking alcohol, and drugs. These ones tend to give you a momentary feeling of being very strong, very energetic, but with time, they weaken you and they make you unable to function as a man. Now, being exposed to toxins in the environment, I've talked about that. In the food that you're eating, I've also talked about that. Then the other issue is stress. Now, stress plays a huge role for a man. When a man is stressed, he cannot function. He cannot function as a man. If a man is broke and is thinking money, he'll not be able to function in the bedroom because his mind is so preoccupied with where he's going to get money. If a man is getting a lot of pressure from his family, from his wife, maybe the wife is abusive or criticizes him too much, there's no respect in the house, then a man will not be able to function as a man. So it is important to know that if you really harass your man and you give him a hard time, and from the time he walks into the door, you are telling him about his shortcomings and comparing him with every other man in the area who is doing better than him in one area or the other, then that man will not be able to function as a man. And that is where a situation whereby the man now tries to look for release somewhere else. He might end up spending his time in the bar and all that kind of stuff, basically to try and deal with the stress that he's getting at home. And when that kind of stress becomes too much, definitely, like I said, this man is not going to function. So these are some of the challenges that will actually make men not function as men. Sorry, my screen seems to have stopped there. But we are going to see in a moment what is a solution out there that is available for men, so that men can be able to really be able to function as men and take up their role as men. And just a minute, let me sort this out. Okay, so we are going to see how can you be able to, what are some of the solutions that are available out there for men? The first solution is that you can detoxify your body. You can detoxify your body, and detoxification is important. And we have a very, very exciting detoxification program that you can actually be able to use in our company. And I'm going to talk about that in a short while. Have a healthy diet, very important. Sleep enough. Go to bed and actually sleep. Don't start thinking of where you'll get money and all these things and spending half the night awake. Restful sleep is important. Exercise and manage your stress. That is very important. Have some me time. Spend time, watch a movie. I love Westerns. I love watching the old Westerns. It's just amazing. They're just hilarious. Take time, go out, play a game, watch football. But then football is very therapeutic. I know most ladies hate it, but it's important for a man to find that space where he can be able to unwind and really get his mind off the challenges of the day. Because if you don't do that, then these challenges will tend to overwhelm you, and you may not be able to function. Reduce or quit smoking and taking alcohol. That goes without saying. Use natural nutritional supplements and herbs. Now, that is where we are all about. And we get into the solution. What can a man do, or what do we have in our company that can actually help a man to function as a man and to take up his rightful position? Now, we have a gentleman called Jerry Brasfield. Jerry Brasfield had asthma at a very early age, and he used some products. He used what we call supplements from Neolife. They worked for him on his asthma, and he realized there was a gap in the market. He realized that there were many men and many people in the society who needed what he had. And that is why he started doing it as a business, built a very big business, eventually bought the company. It became his. And he partnered with a gentleman called Dr. Arthur Fast. Now, Arthur Fast was the number one toxicologist in the world. He's the man who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. Then he said, why should I wait for people to fall sick so that I can give them solutions? And he brought together a group of scientists who then put their reputation on the line. They developed some products which were developed and distributed by Neolife International. Sorry, just give me a minute. I seem to have a bit of a problem here. Sorry, just give me a minute. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. So Jerry Brasfield actually now partnered with what we call the Scientific Advisory Board, which was developed by Dr. Arthur Fast. And together they produced products that have actually made a distinct difference in people's lives. And these products focus on sorting out issues that are related to health for many, many people. Now, we have looked at our diet. We have looked at some of the challenges that are there, because you find that the truth of the matter is that we men don't eat the right way. If you look at the pyramid on the left, it shows you exactly how we eat. We eat too much fatty foods, take a lot of sugar, a lot of meat, a lot of proteins, very little in the way of fruits and vegetables, and extremely little whole grains. Now, when you're eating like that, what happens? You start getting diseases, yeah? But what can you do to get this pyramid the right way up? what can we do? Because you cannot force somebody to eat the right way. But Neolife gave us a solution in terms of supplements, that even if your diet is like this, you can actually be able to supplement your diet and get your pyramid the right way up. So what are some of these supplements? The first one is called Tree and N. Tree and N. Tree and N basically means 3 in 1. And it's 3 in 1. It's made from the germ of wheat, rice, and soya. Now, when you take Tree and N, what does it do for you? Number one, it feeds the cells. It enables the cells to produce energy. It increases cellular energy production. It optimizes membrane function. Now, if you look at the cell on the left, the cell on the left is a normal cell of somebody who is eating his pyramid the wrong way up. This is somebody who is eating a lot of junk foods and not eating a lot of whole grains and that kind of thing. So the cell becomes very tough and impermeable. Nutrients are not able to get in. Waste is not able to get out. Toxins accumulate. You start getting fatigued. You wake up, you're tired. You go to bed, you're tired. You're always tired for some reason. And when your cell is like this, then your organs start failing and they stop performing to their peak levels. And that's why you find that you'll get diseases like diabetes and all these lifestyle conditions. And as a man, when your cell is like this, you are so fatigued, you will not function as a man when your cell is looking like this. But now you can be able to turn it and make sure that this cell is functioning right, like the cell on the right, by taking some Tree and N. Tree and N will enable the cell membrane to be soft and permeable so that nutrients can get in and waste can get out. And you can become extremely energetic. Now that will mean that you can go to work, do your full day's job, and come home and still do the duties of the family at the end of the day. And that is extremely important, yeah? So that you don't become this person who comes in and dozes off on the seat. And there's a seat, everybody knows you come in, and the only thing you can do is have food, and before even the food is over, you try to watch some news and you switch off, you just doze off, yeah? CNN gives you the energy, gives you the vitality, and you start regaining that that energy that you had before. The next product that is important is called carotenoid complex. Carotenoid is made from 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. Now, when you take a packet of carotenoid complex, 90 tablets, and you take 3 tablets a day for 30 days, you will be the same as somebody who has consumed 115 kilos of raw fruits and vegetables. Now you can imagine the kind of nutrients you have gotten from 115 kilos of raw fruits and vegetables. This will ensure that you have a lot of protection in your body. It will boost your immunity by 37% in just 20 days. We usually have an immunity of about 60%. So if you are 37, that means you have about 97% immunity. Now, with that kind of immunity, if you had cancer, we all have cancer cells. So it will hold those cells so that they don't develop into full-blown cancer. If you had a lifestyle disease, arthritis, and any other lifestyle disease, when you take carotenoid complex, it slows it down by 44%. It slows down aging by 44%. So if you want to look younger for longer, these are products that you want to get, especially the ladies out there who are always working hard to look young. Then carotenoid complex becomes a product that you need to have, a must-have for you if you want to look good, if you want your skin to look good, and if you want to avoid many, many of the diseases that are really affecting so many people. Number 3, we have omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now, omega-3 has so many benefits. But first off, before I talk about the benefits of omega-3 salmon oil, it's important to mention that there is omega-3 and there is omega-3. There is omega-3 in the market, in the chemists. There is a lot of products written omega-3, majority of which don't even have any omega-3 in them. It's just a name written on top. Some will have one omega-3 out of the omega-3 family. If you look at this particular slide, you'll see that there are 8 members of the omega-3 families, yeah? And our product has the full 8 members of the omega-3 family. And that's why if you take our salmon oil plus for 60 days, you lower inflammation in your body by 68%. That is, if you take it for 2 months, you lower inflammation in the body by 68%. Simply because we have all the 8 members of the omega-3 families present in our omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now, other products in the market have like one omega-3, if at all. They don't have much. Some get the cod liver and they squeeze it and they get oils from there. For us, we crush the entire fish and we put it in a capsule, and that is where it becomes very, very potent and very, very useful in your body. So what are some of the benefits that you'll get from omega-3 salmon for a man? First thing, omega-3 salmon helps to clear cholesterol in your body. So the nyama chomas that we've been eating, this is a remedy. You need to get some omega-3 salmon so that you can clear cholesterol from your system and avoid getting high blood pressure. The other thing it does is that it helps you to clear uric acid from your joints. It helps to develop synovial fluid in your joints so that now the joints can be flexible, and it helps you to avoid things like gout, arthritis, and that kind of thing. The third thing about omega-3 salmon is that it helps you with your prostate. It lubricates the prostate, and it helps the prostate to remain the right size so that it doesn't start swelling. Remember I said that it lowers inflammation, uvimbe and ndani. So your prostate will not swell so long as you're getting adequate amounts of omega-3 salmon, okay? The other benefit, which is very important for men for omega-3 salmon, is that it increases your sperm count, yeah? Remember I talked about men having a problem with low or very little or none in the way of sperms, or having very weak sperms. Then this one actually helps you to increase the amount of sperms that you have as a man. Now, zinc comes in to strengthen the sperm. So if you have weak sperms, which cannot be able to swim and fertilize the egg, then when you take omega-3 and zinc, then the zinc is able to strengthen the sperm so that they can be able to fertilize the egg. So that's very, very important. As you can see on the screen, it is balanced. It has all 8 omega-3s, clinically tested and ultra pure. The salmon fish used is usually gotten from the Arctic region, where the waters are actually pristine, pure there. They don't have chemicals in them. And that's where they actually get the fish that makes omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now, then we have our multi-mineral, multivitamin mineral complex, which is part of our product. It has all the essential vitamins, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin A. It has quite a bit of that. Then a whole mineral complex just to balance out this program. Now, you can get that in a value pack called the Pro Vitality Pack. It will have your threonine, your omega-3, your carotenoid, and your multi-mineral complex. Very, very important. Now, what are some of the other products that you need to have? This is the first one. This is the first product that you need to have. But we have other products that you need to have as a man to be able to actually function. And these are specific. The first one is called Masculine Herbal Complex. Now, Masculine Herbal Complex helps men to regain renewed energy and physical vitality. We are talking about balancing the hormones. I talked about hormones, hormonal imbalance that faces men on a regular basis because of the diet, lifestyle, and many other conditions, which I will get back to, but I mentioned. Now, when you take Masculine Herbal, it balances out your hormones, and it helps you now to start functioning as a man. It actually boosts your libido. Masculine Herbal will also help in ensuring that your prostate remains soft. It doesn't start swelling. Masculine Herbal will help you to deal with stress. It helps to relax you. When you go to bed, you sleep nicely and you're not stressed and worked up as a man. So it's important to get Masculine Herbal. It's recommended you take it either once in 6 months or once a year. If you have a challenge, you can take it more frequently. You can even take it every month. If you have impotence, or if you know somebody who has impotence or cannot function as a man, they may take it more, even monthly. But if you don't have, you can take it like once in 6 months and you're good to go. You're able to function as a man. I have used it. I've given this product to several of my friends, and the results have been amazing. One of my friends, I remember one time, I mentioned about him. He was having I think it was he was getting premature ejaculation, and he wasn't functioning too well, and he was newly married, and they had a problem. They had a serious problem between them. So he approached me and he asked me what could I do, and I recommended Masculine Herbal, and he bought the product. Now the wife previously was complaining, of course, because of performance. The man was not performing. So he started taking 2 tablets a day, morning and evening. And after a short while, the wife started complaining that this man has become too much. He needs to slow down. So they sat down, they had a meeting as a family, and they decided, now you're not going to take 2 tablets a day. You'll be taking 1 tablet of Masculine Herbal, because every day, you're not giving me a break. So the guy started taking 1 tablet of Masculine Herbal. Again, he was too much. Again, they had a meeting, and the wife said, now you'll not be taking 1 tablet, you'll be taking half a tablet. Because again, I need to focus on other things, not just the bedroom. And they went on, and again, it was too much. So the wife said, okay, fine. I am taking this product, I am confiscating it, I'm locking it under lock and key, and you will not be able to access it unless it's a weekend or something like that. Long short of the story is that they had a very nice time with the Masculine Herbal Complex. So it's a product, it's a sure bet. You don't need to go for Viagra and all these funny things that are killing men out there. Masculine Herbal Complex is natural, is organic, is a product that will not let you down. And as a man, you need to take it. Don't wait until you have a problem. Use it before you have a problem, just to fine-tune the system. Just the way you take your car for servicing after 5,000 kilometers, unamwaga oil and all these things, then you need to take Masculine Herbal, give back. You cannot be running a machine continuously for 5, 10, 20 years without any servicing. And that machine is definitely going to break down. And our bodies are like machines. If you keep on running and doing everything as a man and you're not servicing yourself with these products, you're not superhuman. At some point, you're going to break down, and it might be very embarrassing for you. So get some Masculine Herbal Complex, and you'll be able to function as a man. Now, the other product that is important is called Cruciferous Plus. Now, cruciferous vegetables have been known to crucify cancer. And that is why you find that if you get a cruciferous vegetable, it has a cross in it. And that cross is basically means that it helps to fight cancer. And some of your cruciferous vegetables are like cabbages, broccoli, and the like. And we have developed Cruciferous Plus. Now, what cruciferous vegetables do is that they lubricate receptor sites for cancer. So we are talking about the cervix, the breast, the prostate. It lubricates that area so that now cancer cells do not settle there, and that prevents you from getting cancer. It also helps, cruciferous also helps you in balancing the hormones. Remember, we talked about hormonal imbalance and the negative effect it has on your prostate and other areas of your body. So Cruciferous Plus helps you to actually ensure that your hormones are balanced, that you don't end up getting things like prostate cancer, breast cancer, and the like. Another product that is important is called chelated zinc. Chelated zinc is a very, very important product for men. I mentioned earlier that for a man's sperms to swim and fertilize the egg, you need to have zinc in your body, and plenty of zinc. Now, but zinc has many other benefits. Zinc ensures that as you grow older, you retain your muscle mass. You don't lose your muscles. Zinc will also help you. It will ensure your skin is looking good. Zinc will boost your immunity as a man. Zinc will help your pancreas so that it can continue producing insulin. It's one of the raw materials to sort out issues of sugar levels in your body. Zinc is important for a man, especially because when you talk about prostate health, you combine omega-3 salmon and chelated zinc, and these two ensure that you get a very healthy prostate. I remember when my dad got a swollen prostate, his diagnosis actually said long-term deficiency of zinc was one of the main causes of the swelling of the prostate. And why did he have a deficiency in zinc? He has been a smoker for more than 50 years. When you smoke, smoking inhibits the absorption of minerals in your body. And one of those minerals that is inhibited is zinc. And that is why his prostate has swollen. So zinc is important. And for men, if you don't hear anything else to talk about today, make sure that you're getting enough zinc in your diet. Something else about zinc. Zinc will actually help you to function, to go the distance, so that if you leave town and you want to get to Ngara, or you want to get to Kasarani Stadium as a man, then you don't get to Fig Tree Hotel and you are too tired to move on. Yeah, zinc will actually help you to go the distance as a man. And if you want to be a long distance runner, then you need some zinc in you, because zinc actually helps you to function the right way. Now, the other product that is important is called Aloe Vera Plus. Aloe Vera Plus. Now, Aloe Vera Plus is very, very important for actually relaxing you. It's made from natural herbs, and when aloe vera being the main constituent, it's very sweet, it's very yummy. You keep it chilled, keep it in your fridge. When you come home in the evening and you're feeling a bit wound up, if you're feeling a bit stressed, take a tot of aloe vera. Instead of going to take alcohol, which will dehydrate your body and bring other problems, take some aloe vera plus. It will make you relaxed. You'll be able to sleep properly. You wake up feeling fresh. And it also helps you as a man to deal with things like ulcers. This is one of the products that my dad used to deal with ulcers. When you combine aloe vera plus and zinc, it will clear any kind of ulcers that you have in your system. Yeah. If you have any kind of indigestion, heartburn, and all these things that digestive issues, then you need to get some aloe vera plus and zinc in your system, and it will sort out those issues that you might be going through. So aloe vera plus is a must, and it's a major product, and it is quite safe. I remember I started giving my kids aloe vera plus when they were infants. Instead of getting them gripe water, I would actually use aloe vera plus, and they would sleep very well at night. So these are the products that are highly recommended for the men out there. Take a screenshot of this page, and the best gift you can give yourself is to actually invest in these products. Because when you invest in these products, you're ensuring that you're saving a lot of money. That plot, those plots you have bought, you don't reach a point, that building you have built, you don't reach a point whereby you have to sell that house, sell those plots to go to India because you have cancer. You can actually use these products and prevent yourself from getting cancer. And at this point, I just want to take one testimony, very powerful testimony, by none other than Professor Nyang'nyong, who developed prostate cancer some time back. And he went, of course, for treatment, but he used our products. And since then, he has become a governor twice, and he's still going very, very strong because of these products. So these products work. They have worked for so many people, and they will work for you. But for them to work, you have to get the products and use them so that they can actually work for you. Now, your health is your health. As we come to the end of this program, always remember this: your health is your wealth. If you lose your health, you can lose everything. Now, exercise regularly, sleep well, consistently eat healthy food and nutritional food. Pay attention to your diet. Now, if you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it when it screams. Yeah. Now, the key to wellness is to accept personal responsibility for your health and well-being. Now, doctors are there to help us out when we get stuck, but the primary role of our health is actually rested on our shoulders. We are the ones who decide, what am I putting in my mouth? What you put in your mouth will actually build you or break you. Yeah. It will actually strengthen your body or weaken your body. So as a man, what decisions are you making as far as your health is concerned? What are you consuming? What kind of lifestyle are you living today the kind of lifestyle that you're living today, is it making you stronger? Will that body that you have last you 100 years without getting diseases? The food you're eating today, can it take you 100 years? Can that body take you 100 years? So these are some of the questions that we need to answer as men, so that we can be able to ensure that we live a long and healthy life. Now, our company, Neolife, has so many other interventions in different areas, whether it is arthritis, bone and joint health, stress management, sharper mind. If you're getting forgetful and that kind of thing, we have a solution for that. Weight management, heart health. If you know somebody with pressure and that kind of thing, energy and fitness, we have a solution. Digestive health, in boosting your immunity, managing your sugar levels, reproductive health, home care, skin care, and farm care. We have a product called Supergrow that if you use this product in the farm, it increases your yield by 2 to 3 times. Now, it is important to mention that because men love their farms, they love farming, they love producing crops and selling them and making some money. So if you're a man out there and you're doing a bit of farming and you're not using Supergrow, you are giving yourself a very raw deal. And Supergrow will help you so that you don't use chemicals in your shamba. And we've talked about chemicals, and you have said those are the things that are making men not function as men. So you can avoid chemicals and still get more crop yield than somebody who has used chemicals in the fertilizer in the farm by using Supergrow, which is natural and organic. So these are the products of Neolife. They are products that work. And as I finish, I just want to say one thing that yes, it's important to look at your health as a man so that you can be able to function effectively as a man. But one of the things that I said that makes men not function very well is stress, pressure of life, pressure of lack of money. The economy is not doing well and that kind of thing. These are challenges that come to men, and you're wondering, how can I fix this? Now, we have a business opportunity behind Neolife that is actually awesome, that can take you as a man. You can start doing it on a part-time basis, and it can start giving you some extra income, which starts small but can grow to something quite huge. And you can be able to cover the deficit in your budget. When you cover the deficit in your budget, the stress reduces in the family, and you're able to enjoy yourself more. Now, if you do it more seriously, it can give you a holiday every year. That has happened to me. Every year I travel with this company abroad, and we just enjoy ourselves, whether it's in the US, in Mexico, in Mauritius, in so many places with Neolife. So as a man, if you have challenges of finances out there, don't just stay there and wallow in your challenges. There is a solution in the Neolife opportunity. Come in, get started in this opportunity, and we'll show you how you can be able to grow, make some money, and achieve some of the goals and dreams that you have set for yourself. If you want to know more about the business, the person who invited you will give you guidelines. But tomorrow in the evening at 8 o'clock, Pascal Olo, one of our very senior leaders in the business, will be doing a Zoom meeting on the same link that you're using tonight. And he'll be sharing tips of how you can be able to join Neolife and how you can be able to make money. And even as you change people's lives, because one of the things that I'll tell you is that for you to change your life, you have to help other people change their lives so that your life can change automatically. Otherwise, it was great chatting with you guys. It was great sharing with you. I enjoyed myself. And I pray that somebody out there has been able to be touched, that this information will reach somebody. It will save a life. It will help somebody to start, become a member of Neolife, join Neolife and start making some money and start transforming his life, be able to pay the school fees of their kids, take their kids to a better school, and make Kenya a better place. Others, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Next Sunday, we'll be back again. We'll be discussing a different aspect of health. And I encourage you to come again and also invite a friend next week for the next session. We'll be having a very, very exciting guest speaker who is coming to talk to us. And this is a guy that I love so much. He's a guy who is so exciting, he's so hilarious, and he gives a lot of content. You don't want to miss it for next week. Thank you so much. This recording will be available later today. So you can talk to the person who invited you. He'll be able to give you the recording so that you can share far and wide, and let us change people's lives together. So thank you all. God bless you and have a restful evening.